Hi, everyone. Welcome to Module 1 of Rising Community. I hope you guys are all doing well and are excited to get started. So, today's module is called an honest evaluation. Okay, so likely if you're taking this course, it's because you're someone who is into self development, or you're a dreamer, or you just know that your life has more in store for you than where you currently are. Okay, you may know exactly what you want, or maybe you're getting that vision, or maybe you're just kind of starting out, but you know that you're being drawn to something. And I want you to know that your vision is possible. Okay, whatever you feel that you want to do, whatever you feel you are drawn to, it is possible for you. Okay, however, there may be things in the way. There might be physical limitations, okay, possibly with your health or maybe where you're living. There could be emotional limitations. Maybe you're struggling with some things emotionally. There could be spiritual limitations. Maybe you feel spiritually blocked or you don't have a relationship with Source or with your Creator or whatever you believe in. There could very possibly be financial limitations, okay, that prevent you from doing what it is that you want to do. There also could be relational limitations. You might be within a relationship that is confining you and isn't allowing you to do what you want to do. There could be family limitations, either with your family or maybe you have children and a spouse, and that is preventing you from doing what it is that you're doing, or maybe you're just bound for time. Maybe there just isn't enough time in the day, and that's preventing you from doing what it is that you want to do. And what I want you guys to start to do is not to look at these limitations as something that's holding you back or something in your way, but view it as potential, because our limitations are a gift. They are a blessing. They are a superpower. And why? Because when you can overcome your limitations, you can then use that experience for good. Okay? Too often, too many people, they shy away from their limitations, or they ignore them, or they avoid them, or they're embarrassed by them, or they complain about them. So if you can look at whatever limitations have been placed before you as a gift, then it very, very quickly empowers you, right? It very, very quickly empowers you. And if you look at many, many successful people in history, they typically will come from a disadvantaged background. Why is that? Why is that? Why didn't they fall victim to the situation the way that maybe their parents did, or maybe the way that their siblings do, or maybe the way the people in their community or their high school did? Why? What was so different about that person? Typically, it's because they didn't see their limitations as a challenge. They were motivation for them to be better. And that's how I want you guys to start thinking, is all the things that make up who you are perfect. They're perfect for you. They're exactly what you need. Okay? So before we start to take action, before we start implementing, we have to get honest with ourselves. We have to honestly look at the situation that we're currently in right now. That is how we are going to form practical steps moving forward. That is how we're going to get down to the core issues. This is how we gain focus. And you may be living in a past mindset. You may be thinking about all the things that happened to you and the way things were and how things used to be. Or you may be living in a very futuristic mindset of how you know things can be or how you want things to be. So right now, we have to come into the present moment right now of how things are right now. Okay? So, step one, you have to decide, what is it that I want? What am I striving for? What's really going to make me happy? So, when you envision yourself, or if you think about your ideal life, if you can have anything that you wanted, what would it be? So, you're going to ask yourself these questions, okay? So, when I envision myself, who am I? Who am I? What do I look like? Where am I? What am I doing? Who am I with? And why do I want this? So, this is our starting point. This is our basis. This is our foundation here. Okay, so let yourself dream. The things that you want may be unrealistic right now, like flat out. They may be very unrealistic to where you currently are right now, which we'll get into in the next slide. They may seem super unobtainable. Okay, and what you want, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the details, and know that it'll change. It's flexible, like as you grow and evolve, the things that you want are going to change. So we're doing this first as a broad picture. Okay, you don't have to have the specifics of exactly, what you would want to be doing. You don't have to have all the details. This is a very macro level assessment. Okay, and I want you to do this for the self. Don't include someone in this vision. This is for you. This is singular. Who am I? Okay, and when we get more into relationships, we'll talk about why we want to focus on the self and the importance of that. But right now, I want you to really honestly reflect and meditate over these questions. So, throughout this module, I'm going to use personal examples, not to talk about myself or, use this as a platform to push across what I want to say, but to give you guys an example. Okay, to use my life and be vulnerable with my life to hopefully help you and inspire you to get deep with these questions. Okay, so in my vision, who am I? Who am I? I'm a location independent entrepreneur. Okay, I'm someone that can have a job and I can work from anywhere around the world. I'm a world traveler. I'm traveling to all these places across the continent. I'm just constantly flying everywhere. I'm a teacher. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm giving speeches. I'm a life coach. I'm a YouTuber, and I'm an author. What do I look like? What do I look like? Well, first of all, I'm healthy. I'm glowing. I'm fit. I'm vibrant. There's sometimes that I'm, wearing a bikini on the beach, or sometimes I'm wearing hiking clothes. Sometimes I'm wearing workout clothes. Sometimes I'm dressed up really nice and really formally, like I'm about to go on stage and give a speech. So I see myself looking different ways in different places. And where am I? I'm everywhere. I'm absolutely everywhere. I'm on the go. I'm traveling. I'm in different locations. I'm at seminars. I'm, at beaches. I'm at resorts. Sometimes I'm at a spa. Sometimes I'm just walking around in a foreign country sightseeing. I'm at music festivals. What am I doing? I'm working. I'm traveling. I'm living life. I'm taking care of myself physically, emotionally, spiritually. I'm improving my business. I'm filming videos. I'm creating content. I'm giving speeches. I'm meeting people. I'm networking. I'm traveling. I'm in these beautiful places. I'm in the water. I'm surfing. I'm hiking. I'm climbing mountains. I'm eating at beautiful restaurants. I'm making friends. I'm enjoying sunsets. And who am I with? For some of this, I'm alone. Some of this, I'm with people. I'm with really good people. I'm with good, lifelong, healthy friends that give to me. I'm with business partners and associates, and I'm just in the company of just really high vibrational people who are going to help me and who I can help as well. And sometimes I'm with a romantic partner. And why do I want all this? Like, what's the point of having all this? And it's because I know that it's possible. I know that it's going to help me to live my life to my fullest potential. I know that I can inspire people. I know that I can give back by making myself a bit available and sharing with other people. Okay. So I want you to be able to talk about yourself just like this, the person who you're becoming, the person who you want to be, just like this. Now, step 2. This is the honest part. This is the honest part. This is the meat and potatoes of today's lesson is where am I right now? Where am I right now? Like all that was great. And as you can tell, I'm really passionate about it. I'm excited about it. And I know I can get it. And I want it. And I'm driven for it. But where am I right now? Okay, so that's what you have to ask yourself and be very honest. What's my current situation? Like look around at your environment and think about your day-to-day life and kind of think like where am I functioning right now? How much of my vision am I actually living right now? Or am I on track to get towards that vision? Am I taking steps? So you're going to take those questions that we just asked and you're going to rephrase them by adding right now to the end. So, who am I right now? What do I look like right now? Where am I right now? What am I doing right now? Who am I with right now? Why am I doing this right now? And this can be a little eye-opening, right? But that's the state that we want to get to where we can, really honestly evaluate where we're at right now and fully accept where we are and who we are right now. So, who am I right now? Well, I am location independent. Okay, I am an entrepreneur. I'm emerging. I'm not fully, in it, but I'm emerging. I've learned a lot. I've had some experience. I'm self-employed right now. I'm running a life coaching service like you guys are benefiting from right now. So that's good. I am a YouTuber, so I'm doing that. All right. So right there, I'm on track. I'm on track. Okay, good. I'm on track. I'm not where I want to be, right? I'm not always where I want to be, but I'm doing something. I'm on track and I'm looking forward to that. What do I look like right now? Right now. So right now, I consider myself to be overweight. I'd say I'm healthy. I eat a good diet, but I know my physical body could be better. I know physically the body that my soul lives in, I think I can do a better job. Okay, so I'm not where I envision myself to be. I'm not on track with my vision. Okay, but I know that I am taking the steps towards getting there. So I would rank that to me personally as something of higher attention as opposed to the who am I right now. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You want to compare yourself. Okay, because so you can start forming what's my priority? Where do I really need to focus? So where am I right now? So right now I'm in one location. So that's completely different from my vision. I'm working from home and I work from a library. So that's different from my vision. I'm typically at the gym or the grocery store or at church or I'm with family or I'm with friends. I'm occasionally vacationing, but I'm not doing it at the level of my vision. Okay, so I think I'm in a good place right now, but it's just different from my vision. So that's something that I can also take focus on. What am I doing right now? So right now, my main focus is this. Right now, I'm working on my business. I'm working on providing content. I'm working on filming videos. And outside of this, I'm improving my life. I'm reading books. I'm taking courses. I'm improving my health. I'm working towards getting the body that I want. And I'm improving my spirituality and spending time with family and friends. So, again, very different from my vision, but not bad. Not bad, but different from my vision. Who am I with? So right now, I'd say that I'm mostly alone because I'm working. I'm in the company of family. I have friends. I have a life group that I go to with church. So again, different from my vision, kind of on par being alone. But again, not exactly the people who I thought I would be with. And why am I doing this? Why am I doing what I'm doing right now? To me, I see this as a transitionary period in my life. Okay, I'm not where I used to be, but I am on track to being where I want to be. That's the way I view this, as a transition. So with this question, why am I doing what I'm doing right now? It's really to help you ground in and understand where you're at currently. And this is very important. Your why is always going to be your most important question. And that's the thing you have to stay closest to, because if you don't know your why, it makes everything else, pointless. When you know your why, the hard days have purpose. The good days have purpose. The fun days have purpose. The stressful days have purpose. But if you don't know why you're doing anything, then nothing really has purpose, right? Okay. So, this is the more challenging part. This is the part where you're going to be comparing yourself honestly to where you currently are to where you want to be. And that can be a really big leap. That may be a very big jump. It may be very different than your vision, but this is going to help bring you to reality. This is going to help to ground you to right now. And then step 3, how did I get here? How am I here? Okay, so for each response, ask yourself, how did I contribute to where I currently am right now? This is about taking responsibility. So look at the good things and the bad things and honestly say, how did I get here? Okay, what did I do or what didn't I do to put me where I am today? So take full responsibility. When you take full responsibility of yourself, you take all of your power back. No blame shifting. Okay, so, if you're a CEO of a company, if something goes down, you may not have been the one that actually did it. But if something goes wrong, everything falls back on you, right? So this is exactly how life works. You may have been victim of something that happened. There may have been external things that happened, but ultimately it falls back on you. Okay, you're the one that has to take the blame, that has to take the responsibility. And that's the way you have to start looking at your life. Is it's not about what people are doing to me or what happened to me. It's about, how do I let this affect me? Or why do I let this affect me? You can always control how you feel, and you can always control yourself. Okay, it's about changing your perspective. So let's keep going with our example. So first question, how did I get to where I am right now? How did I get to the point where I'm location independent, entrepreneur, self-employed, doing this, being a YouTuber, and I call myself a baby traveler. I don't travel the way I want to, but I do travel. How did I get here? I took a risk. I followed my intuition. I believed in myself. I knew what I wanted and I just went for it. Okay. How did I get overweight? How did I get to this point? Okay, I neglected my health. It doesn't matter what my mom fed me when I was a child, or, that my parents took me to McDonald's or whatever it was, but I neglected my health. I let stress get the best of me. I used food as a source of comfort. Was emotionally eating. Okay, in college, there was a point where I was drinking, 3 times a week because I thought that was cool and that's what I was supposed to be, but didn't realize how detrimental that was to my health. I didn't prioritize my health. I didn't prioritize sleep. I didn't prioritize fitness. So do you see how when I take the control back, when I say I didn't do this, it gives me the power to change it? So think about not only what happened, but what didn't I do? Okay, what didn't I do? Very, very important. So where am I in my vision, or where am I right now, rather? When I didn't have a plan. I'm not going to get into my whole story, but I had an idea of what I was going to do, and that idea fell through, and then I didn't have a backup plan. So that's why I am where I am right now. It was an oversight on my end. What am I doing right now? I'm getting my life back. Okay, I'm getting my life back. Who am I with right now? Or how did I get to where, being where I am right now? I needed to come home. I needed to come back to my roots. I needed to come back to my family to understand my life. Okay, I needed the experience that I'm having right now. And why am I doing this? Okay, or, how did I get myself, or I'm sorry, why am I, doing all this preparation? Why am I going through this transition? And it's because I truly feel like I was guided to do this. I truly feel like everything that I've been doing has been for a very, very, very specific purpose. All right? So that's what you want to do. You want to honestly ask, how did I get here? How did I contribute to this? So your homework. There is homework. Okay. So in your journal, ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want? If I had a wish right now and I could have anything I wanted, what would that be? Okay, so answer all the questions that I listed on slide 3. Then ask yourself those same questions, but then add the right now to the end. Where am I right now? And be honest with yourself. Okay, then compare those two sets of questions and evaluate yourself. You can give yourself a 1 to 10 score, or just write a little blurb, like I said, like, okay, on this area I'm doing okay, I'm on track, or this one I'm not so much, this one I'm completely not, and just be honest. And then finally ask yourself, how did I get here? How did I contribute to this? The big takeaway from this exercise is to accept yourself exactly where you are. No matter where you're at, no matter how far off you may be from your goals, no matter how far you have gotten yourself into a bind, that's okay. It's okay. And when you can start to, have a more positive dialogue with yourself, have better, more positive self-talk, you're going to be able to get through and do what it is that you ultimately want to do, because what you want to do is likely very different from what you're doing right now. And other people probably won't understand it. You may not have support, and likely you're going to be your own support system. So if your support system is you bashing yourself and telling yourself that you're bad or you're not good enough, that's not going to be a conducive environment for success. Okay, so You are more than welcome to share your responses down below this video in the comments on Patreon, or just kind of give this a thumbs up so I know that you got it, or the like, sorry. Give it a like or a heart, whatever it is, so I know that you got it. Don't feel pressured to put a response. You don't have to put yourself out there if you're not comfortable. Okay, you don't have to. That's not a requirement. But if you feel called to, if you want to talk, if you want someone to respond to you, then please, absolutely. And also, don't feel pressure to respond right away. You may, right now on Wednesday, may not be the best time for you to evaluate yourself and do all this. You may not have the time. Maybe you need to wait until the weekend. Or maybe you need to wait until your day off. That's fine. That's totally fine. Take your time. The whole point of this, and what I want you guys to understand, is it's not just about being, the best or the fastest or the greatest. It's about taking your time and moving at your pace and what works for you. And actually not just, skipping over things really quickly or getting things done for the sake of getting them done, but to actually spend time thinking and reflecting. And that takes time. It's not an overnight thing. This isn't going to be an overnight process, but it is going to be very rewarding. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, you guys know how to get to me. I am so happy for you guys, so glad that you guys are all on board with this and are all doing this, and I will see you guys in the next module.